Good morning and welcome back to Yoga with Goga Pick of the Week. If you join us for the first time, feel very welcome. If you did us before, welcome back again. Please subscribe, please subscribe, please subscribe. This week's Pick of the Week, most people usually fear falling on their face in this posture. So first things first, get a pillow if need be, find a block, and yeah, if all else fails, just get a very nice blanket. You're gonna need it towards the end of this posture. So on your mats, get ready, let's do this. Come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So right hand on your belly, left hand on your chest, and the soles of your feet are touching, your knees are falling towards the side. Take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale, empty. So feel that rhythm of your inhale and exhale as your belly goes up, and then feel that heartbeat on your left side of your chest. Now, let's do some wrist warm-ups in preparation for today's posture. So take your hands up and then let them face each other. And then I want you to create a fist. So you can bring your thumb in and then squeeze your fingers and then open. So we'll do that several times, okay? So you squeeze and then open. So 1, inhale, squeeze, exhale, open. Squeeze and then open, just to stretch the fingers. And in preparation for other wrist warm-ups, squeeze and open. Good job. Squeeze and open. So wrist warm-ups are very important because the pose of today is going to involve a lot of balance on your wrists. Okay, release and then let your hands face in front. So now the next one, you're going to inhale, you stretch, and then exhale back to center. So inhale, stretch, exhale, back to center. So breathe in, back to center. Inhale, stretch back to center. Okay, so wrist warm-ups are very important because you're going to bear a lot of your weight today on your hands, because this is your arm balance. So it's important to warm up the wrist because all our weight is going to be shifted towards the arms. So stretch back to center, stretch, bring them back to center. Again, stretch again, back to center. So crow pose. So crow pose is very important because in addition to helping us build arm strength, we're also going to work on our back. It's going to target your back. It's going to target your hips because there's some bit of hip opening, and also your mind. Okay, shake your hands to release that tension. So let's do the last set of the wrist warm-ups. So now we are going to rotate our wrists clockwise, like that. Breathe in normally. So just rotate 10 times on the right side. Rotate. So in addition to opening your hips, of course it's also going to open your mind because it demands a lot of concentration. Other side, rotate anti-clockwise. Good job. Once you're done with the last set, release by bringing your hands back into your, where we started, Supta. So you may notice by now there's a sensation at the apex of your thighs, which is good because this is how the posture is supposed to feel like. So good. Last deep breath in, and then with the help of your hands, bring your knees to touch. Okay? And then I want you to hug your knees into your chest. And then see that you can kiss your knee. Mwah! Or better yet, just let your forehead meet your knee. And then gently, I want you to rock and roll 3 times. And on your last rock and roll, find yourself into the squat of a yogi, malasana. To those of you who missed malasana, we did this in the 4th episode of this series. So once you're in malasana, so that you can stretch your hands out, but while they're within inside your knees. Good job. And then you want to create like a claw-like fingers in this posture. They may not be totally flat, because when you make them like a claw, they give you more balance. Now let's begin some malasana teases, just to get a hang of what crow pose is going to look like. So now shift your weight slightly forward and then come back. So you're trying to balance your knees. You take your knees as high as you can. I usually target my armpits so that when my foot slides, it comes to the upper arms. So once you get that, shift your weight forward to the toes and then bring them back. Again, shift forward, bring them back. I'm not engaging my core yet. I just want to get a hang of the posture. In this in this stance, you want to maybe pick a point on the mat that is not moving, just to give you some bit of focus, slightly ahead of your fingers. So let's do that again. If it's too much and you can't get your knees as high, you can get a block. So step on a block and then just do the same thing. Shift your weight forward and then come back to center. Shift forward, come back to center. So the block actually lifts the floor a bit higher. So now we're going to do a variation of the same, but lifting one foot at a time. So you come into the same posture, lift your right foot, take it back, inhale and exhale. Okay, so now the next stance, I'm going to engage my core. So you need to engage your core, sucking the pit of your belly in and tightening everything, and then observing the same stance. So I want you to lift one foot at a time. So in inhale, you lift your right foot off the mat, and then with an exhale, you take it down. So we are going to do that several times. So you realize when you engage your core and you shift your weight more forward, there's a bit of a balance. You're almost like on the edge of falling. So these are called like toe taps. So you can either stick to toe taps or, how about a full expression of the full posture? So you can stick to toe taps, or better yet, challenge yourself and see that you can come into a balance. This is what we call crow pose. Stay here for 5 normal breaths. Again, stick to toe taps if this is becoming a bit of a challenge. And remember, your focus is everything. Okay, release and come down into malasana. Second round. So second round, again, prepare yourself. Again, I'll use my block. It's always easier for me using the block because it makes the floor a bit, accessible. And then shift your weight forward. Remember, you can stay with the toe taps. And again, hug your knees into the midline. And then harness your inner band and stay in the pose. We call these tapas in yoga. So stay hugging everything tight, squeezing everything into the midline, and then gently release. Good job. Now, if you want more of a challenge, so crow pose is actually the foundation of the base pose for most of other arm balances. So this is what falling on your face should look like. You can fall and then come into a tripod headstand. So that's one variation. Or better yet, you can try side crow. So side crow, you're doing it within the side, so your feet will definitely be either on the right or the left. And again, focus is very important. Or how about you take a flight by trying the one-legged crow? So find out what works for you. Namaste.